So today is obviously a very disgusting day when it comes to crypto. These are definitely the days that you do not like to see. We had an absolute flash crash. We saw BTC go on this massive drop in a very, very short period of time. In fact, what was it? About 5 minutes, it dropped from 27K all the way down to 25.4. All right. We saw lows that we have not seen in quite some time. Now, the question a lot of people are thinking is, why did this happen? What officially triggered this? Well, it has a lot to do with the same thing we've felt for quite some time: fear. Okay. There's a few things that I think contributed to this. We saw that there was unconfirmed reports of SpaceX selling $370 million worth of Bitcoin, which, by the way, actually happened last year. That was actually a write down that they did at the end of the year, and they don't hold any more BTC. So there was also the reports of the SEC being granted the ability to ask for an appeal in the Ripple v. SEC case. So they actually haven't been granted an appeal. They were granted the ability to ask for an appeal. So a culmination of many different things really just contributed to this massive drop. Now, the question is, why did it drop so quickly? So if anybody is familiar with leverage, okay, I do not promote trading on leverage at all. But if you have a bunch of longs that take up these highly leveraged positions and price starts dropping very quickly, a lot of those people get liquidated. They have to sell. They're basically forced to sell. And that's what can cause the price to drop, 10% in all of 2 seconds. And that's a lot of what we witness in the market. Now, the cool thing about this is that this can also happen to the upside. People opening leveraged short positions can get liquidated just as quickly. We've seen that happen multiple times. Obviously, back in March after the USDC DPEG, we saw a similar situation happen, where we instead ended up going on a massive run in a short period of time to new yearly highs. So is this where we end up seeing some more lows down from here? Or is this a period where we end up getting turned into a slingshot and shoot to the upside? Now, obviously, when we look at SHIB and ADA, prices for both obviously decimated today. They are not immune to drops in the overall crypto market. They're just not outside of that yet. This isn't the bull market. They don't have their own catalysts. But I'll tell you what, when BTC does drop and move to the downside, they 100% will be affected. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I did have some fiat on the side. I took advantage of these buys. In fact, I bought SHIB at, I believe, 5078 it was. So actually right about there. And then ADA I actually bought right at 25 flat. So I felt like I got some pretty good buys today. These are the days where this kind of lesson is important. I've said for a long time that we're not in a bull market yet. And this is exactly why. We haven't had that sustained, wow, I apologize. We haven't had this sustained positive sentiment for a long enough period of time. We haven't gotten over that hump yet. Now, as we get closer to the Bitcoin halving, those times will in fact get better. The moves to the upside get easier. Right now, it looks like we may be, in fact, repeating what we saw back in, I believe 2015 it was. So if we go back to this bear market here, we essentially dropped for the last part of the year. Remember, August and September typically suck, but we still have the ability to finish on a positive note for the year. So that's kind of what happened today, essentially. It was a lot of fear over really nothing. Maybe there's something that happened behind the scenes that we'll find out more over the next 24 hours, and I'll obviously keep you guys updated on that. But, this isn't necessarily time to panic. I've seen people, commenting that this is all because of SHIB and shibarium, and that's not what's going on, guys. Right now, they're a part of the broader crypto market, and there's nothing that we can do about it. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Show your support below. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.